Hey guys! So this time around I thought that I would go into one of the songs and explain what inspired it and what it's about. Just briefly, just so you guys have an idea about where the idea came from. And I'm going to be looking at the song Dark Matter. So I'm just going to play it for you guys just to refresh your memory, or maybe you haven't heard the song yet. So this is Dark Matter. Okay, so that was the intro. The idea was if you were to imagine dark matter and how it's expanding the universe, what it would sound like. And now I'm going to play the verse for you. So that first verse, it kind of talks about controlling and me learning to let go. I would say that is a very important theme in my life. I think I've always been very worried about the future and just overthinking way too much. So I feel like this song was also kind of to let myself know, and maybe other people who might be struggling with the same thing, that a lot of the times we can't really control what happens. You know, we obviously need to take action in accordance to where we want to go and what we want to do with our lives, or what dreams we might have. But ultimately, we can't always control how things turn out. And that's kind of what it's about. And now this is the pre-chorus.
In an ever-expanding state, I don't know what tomorrow holds, only yesterday. So I let go of everything I don't yet know.
Yeah, so that is letting go. You only know what you know yesterday. You don't know what tomorrow brings. And on to the chorus we go.
It doesn't matter what the future holds, 'cause dark matter is expanding the universe as we know. Don't need to make promises, we'll see how it goes. And dark matter is creating the existence we're going to know. A new home.
So that was the chorus, and I would say all my songs are about love. It's always going to be about love, more or less. Sometimes in relationships you can't really foresee what the future brings, or things happen, life happens, and I kind of feel like this song was also just to kind of let anyone who may be struggling with that letting go and needing for things to look a certain way, because I know that I've always had that. Like, I've always needed things to look a certain way, and when they didn't, it was like, you're just worried and you're like afraid of what the future is. So I kind of hope that the song kind of lets you a little bit free, so you don't have to think about it. Sometimes we just overthink things so much, and I know that I'm still working on it. Now I'm gonna play the second verse for you guys. So here we go.
I needed certainty. I was for you, you were for me. But now I understand. It's out of my hands. What's meant to be will be.
So like I said, certainty. We don't have certainty. We don't really know what the future brings. If we tie it back to it being a love song, sometimes you don't really know whether someone is meant for you or not. So we have to kind of also deal with that And as hard as those emotions are, and I have a lot of other songs on the project which sort of talk about that and express those emotions, this one's kind of a song that's a little more carefree and not really wanting to go into those heavy emotions. So, but it's also nice to have a song that kind of allows you just to not think so much. I hope that you feel that way as well. I think the pre-chorus is probably the same because it's a pop song and you know you want to kind of keep it easy for people to remember. I can just play it, and I think the chorus is probably the same.
In an ever-expanding state, I don't know what tomorrow holds, only yesterday. So I learned to trust. If we're meant to be, then nothing can stop us.
I was wrong. I actually changed the lyrics just a little bit there. So if you're meant to be with someone, I think maybe some things are meant to be, and call it destiny or not, if you believe in that. I think I would like to believe in it, because living here on earth, or just being human in general, you know, I think we're always so concerned. We don't really know what the future brings, and it can be very hard to let go. But I think part of life is letting go and moving on to the next stage of your life and growing and learning as you go along. So that's what it is. And then the chorus is probably the same, but I'll play it for you guys.
It doesn't matter.